Hey, welcome to our Team Nailed It second annual Ugly Sweater Party. We are pumped to show off our ugly sweaters and talk about a personal development podcast together like we do the first Wednesday of every month. So first, I thought we would start off, guys. Whoever gets the most vote for ugly sweater wins a prize. And the prize is, let me show you, a Nailed It bomber. Look how freaking cute this bomber is. It's like the perfect color of pink, and it says Nailed It on it. So, and I have all sizes. So if you, Stacy, when you stand up, it's magic. So I thought first we would show off if you are participating with an ugly sweater. I thought we could show them off. I'll go first, and then you can unmute yourself and show it off. And then you guys all choose your winner. And I'm not participating. I'm just the leader. I'm not participating since I'm giving the prize. So since I already have a bomber. So let's show them off and show off your nails too. Even if you didn't participate, everyone has to at least show off their nails, okay? So I'll go first. I'll show you all. Okay, hang on. You need like all the magic that goes with this. Are you ready for it? This has like several settings. Get excited. Okay, look at this. Ooh. It lights up, my necklace lights up, and it has different settings. There's one off, there's on, and then there's one that's just gonna make you dizzy. Also, my earrings, do you see all the gaudiness that is happening right now? Are your eyes hurting? I hope they're hurting. So I have to tell you about my ugly sweater. So this sweater is like circa 1990. My mom made this with puff paint. Lindy, right when we hopped on, Lindy's like, is that puff paint? Yes, it is, Lindy. It's like OG puff paint.
And I shouldn't have gotten rid of mine. I had the same sweater with puff paint many years ago.
I know. Note to self, like keep all your awful clothing. I've kept a couple like crazy things that when I was a young mom that I've handed down to my daughter, and she's like, this is the best. So anyway, here's my sweater. But yeah, here's the Santa. And then as you can see, I'm modeling it. On the sides is gold puff paint. But wait, there's more. There's the back. Santa's bag. So there you go. It's got a front and a back. So yeah, it's fun to wear the puff paint sweater my mom made. All right, so who wants to show us next? Unmute yourself. Show it off, girl. Win that bomber.
All right, here it is. So Rudolph here going on. Whoop,
oh,
whoop,
yeah.
And then there's the nail.
Ooh, wait, let me see. Hold it a little so I can see it. Oh, yes. Looks so good.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, there you go.
I love it. So dang cute. Okay. Oh, and I forgot to show you guys my nails. I just did them yesterday in the car. And I always forget the names. I don't even know the name of this one, but it goes perfect with my sweater. I didn't even plan that. But this color of green is what dreams are made of. It's beautiful. I love it. Anyone know the name? You guys probably know the name. I always forget.
All spruced up.
There you go. All spruced up. Good job, guys. Way to be better. Way better than I am. Okay, who else? So that was Stacy Bowen with the reindeer nose sweater. Who else has a rad sweater they want to show us?
I got mine. This is my first time. It's Shashi.
Hi, Shashi.
An ugly sweater, and it comes with a scarf. So my husband's like, "Hey, look, you can go like this, and you can put it around my neck."
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. It's like
It's
attached.
like the little pug.
Oh, that's awesome. Show us
Yeah.
the side
And
on
my daughter picked this out for me for my lives. So I got little ears.
Perfect. That's fabulous. I love that your daughter picked it out too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Makes it more special.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Okay, and show us your nails, Shashi.
Oh, yes. And I have the full sail, I think it is. It's the blue one.
Full sail ahead.
So
Yes, thank
good
you.
on.
I love them.
Those are dreamy. Okay. Did anyone else? Lindy, do you have lights on or no?
No, we can't find them.
Oh man, and you can never find them when you need them. You'll
But
find.
my nails are pretty.
Okay, let's see.
I have on Poinsettia Trendsetter, and I love them.
Those are the ones I'm gonna do next. I love those. Does your does?
Here, Paige, show your nails.
Let me see. Ooh, are those?
All the jingle ladies.
Dang girl, rocking it.
Thank you.
In your cute little southern accent. Oh, that was precious. That was worth being on the call right there. Anyone else want to show us? Does it appear that Stacy Bowen won it by default? Oh wait, and Shashi. It's between Stacy and Shashi.
I'm trying to text him, but
Anyone else?
I don't know where he is.
I don't have an ugly sweater on, but I have She's Lit.
Ooh, those are fun. I want to wear those with. In fact, I've got them right here. I'm like waiting to pair those with Coral Coast. I thought that would be a fun combo.
So the other thing I think they would pair really well with is over Saigon Queen, because the one that's got a little bit of pink and blue in it has a little bit of purple. So I think it would be really pretty over Saigon Queen.
Nice. That's fun. Anyone else like to participate in our ugly sweater party? Anyone? Marin, what are your nails looking like? Let me unmute you. Wait, did I unmute you? Where'd you go? I lost you. Oh, there you are. Okay, I'm unmuting you. There you go.
I just hit mute again. I started a new job on Monday, so I thought I'd be classy with Marble City. So
Ooh,
there you go.
those are very classy. I paired those with the mauve.
I really like it.
And they looked good.
Oh yeah, really pretty.
Fun.
I'm trying not to get too crazy with the nails right away, but maybe next week.
Yeah, you're gonna like you'll like ease them into it.
Yeah, those genealogists won't know what hit them.
I love it. All right, anyone else want to show us your nails or your sweater? Christy, oh wait, I see Connie's. Okay, wait. Connie, you show us yours. I'm unmuting you. And then Christine, you're next.
So these are from last year, and I don't know that I can show you right now because I'm driving home from work. But
Yeah.
they were last year's that I wanted to see if I could get them to work for this year. They were the red ones with the white snowflake and the white pearl. So hold on a second. Let me see if I can get my phone the right way. Yeah, I don't think you can see them.
Oh, we can. Those are so
Yep.
pretty.
Yep, those are from last year's collection.
I like. Okay, Christine, show me yours. Hold it a little closer if you can. There you go. Oh, I was just wearing those. I loved those and got like a million compliments. That's so fun. So cute. And I loved pairing it with the red. Which red did you use? I'm unmuting you. If it'll let me. It's not letting me. Can you unmute yourself?
Oh, sorry.
Which red?
It was the Baton Rouge.
Nice. I think that might have been the same one that I paired mine with. Looks so good. Okay, guys, well, make your votes. I guess it's between Shasheen and Stacy Bowen. So make your votes and don't let me forget to pick a winner at the end. I'll let you guys vote during the time that we start chatting. So tonight we're going to be talking about the personal development podcast that I sent to you all. And it was with Josh Coates. And I got to remember the title. You guys, I'm a hot mess today. Let me look here. It was Setting Goals to Create Urgency. That was the title of the Josh Coates podcast. And I really enjoyed it. I think I love Josh's, I love hearing him speak because he says things in such a visual way, and I'm like such a visual person. I used to be a photographer, and so he just says things that I can visualize them. So I loved how he started off saying that, he said he had everybody reach as high as they could. So I want everyone to do that with me right now. You ready? Reach as high as you possibly can. And then he said, reach a little bit further now. And show off your ugly sweater too. And he talked about how, the first time we all reached as high as we thought we could, right? But then the second time when we were told to reach higher, we did. And I love that. And then he gave the analogy of touching your toes in PE and how my new office doesn't have a lock on it. Anyway, so he talked about in PE how our teacher, would say, "Okay, guys, we're going to stretch and try to touch our toes." Max, close the door. Close the door, please. And how we're going to stretch to touch our toes. I'm sure you guys all did that in PE. I still remember doing that with like a block of wood. Did you guys have the block of wood that you had to like reach past and then mark where your hands went? We did that in junior high. And then the next time he said, your teacher didn't just say, "Oh, hey, let's all be winners," and just try to reach our knees instead of our toes. Hang on 1 second. Hey, Max keeps bothering me during my meeting, and I can't lock the door. I told on him. Anyway, so the PE teacher, he's throwing me off now. So the PE teacher said the PE teacher tells you to try to reach for your toes. And so he was saying, on day 2, you don't go to class in PE, and your teacher says, "Okay, you know what? That's as far as you can do. So today we're just going to reach for our knees." They told you, like, we're going to keep stretching. We're going to keep trying. We're going to keep pushing ourselves and get out of, to try to reach that goal of touching our toes. And then once we touch our toes, we're going to flatten our palms anyway. So he talked about stretching ourselves. And I loved that, how sometimes we think like, this is as far as I go until we have something that pushes us further. And usually he said it's by, I don't know the exact words he said, but like usually it's by desperation, or when we're at a low place in our lives or our businesses that we have to push out of our comfort zone. And so what he recommended was getting past our comfort, was to use a sense of urgency to get ourselves out of our comfort zone. So one of the things he talked about, I want to know what you guys think of this, because I want this to be a discussion between all of us. He talked about, and this really, I felt like I was like, boom, drop the mic. Like when he talked about how a lot of people will, in direct sales and in network marketing, they create, the company has the minimum of what you're supposed to do, and they make that their maximum. And I was like, boom, right there. That's what we do, right? So in Color Street, we are supposed to bonus qualify And a lot of people are like, hey, that's all I'm going to do. That's all I'm going to push for. I just need to sell $300 in nails. Until you have some reason or something that pushes you beyond that. So for example, I'm going to share this, and you guys tell me if you have any stories, that kind of go along with this. So for example, I was the same way. I remember my very first month, I was like, how in the world am I going to sell $300 worth of $11 to $14 nails? Like, that's a lot of nails that I've got to sell. I remember feeling like that's just like really pushing me out of my comfort zone, that's really stretching me. But then when Color Street announced like the cruise thing, that we could earn, I'm all about FOMO. Oh, dang. Oh, dang. Oh, dang. I'm sorry. Oh my gosh. I'm laughing so hard at you. Just, why don't you somebody stepped in. You got to unmute yourself and show better, girl.
I'm unmuted. Okay.
Okay.
Let's see.
Oh, it says
Dear Santa, definitely
define
naughty.
Yeah, girl. Oh my gosh.
Okay, sorry, I totally distracted you.
You did well, because then you like were sitting there, and then you like put on the
Antlers.
and then you put on your antlers, and I was like, the queen has arrived.
Ah.
That was the best. So we have another participant, guys. So Hillary, that was Hillary. If you guys want to vote for Hillary, now we got 3 people you can vote for. So we got Hillary, and then we've got Stacy Bowen, who had the reindeer nose, and then we had Shasheen, who had the built-in scarf. Okay. Oh, and Hillary, you got to show us your nails too, really quick. Where'd she go? I lost her. Oh, there you are. Which ones are those? Oh, are those
They're the lights.
the Christmas lights? She's lit?
Yes, she's
Nice.
lit with white underneath. Oh, from
Ooh.
a French tip.
And a French?
Light's crappy. There, is that better?
So did you say there's a French tip?
No, I put the white from a French tip underneath.
Oh, the white from the
Yeah.
French tips underneath. Ooh, look.
Yeah, so it pops just a little bit more. I saw somebody in my group had done that, and so I thought, oh, I'll give that a try.
That's fun, girl.
Woo-hoo-hoo.
I love it. Oh my gosh. I'm just never going to get that picture out of my head of you. Like, boom, I'm here.
I have arrived.
Hillary is in the house. Okay, so guys, keep voting. So now we have, is it just the 3? Did I miss anyone? I don't want to miss anyone. Shasheen, Stacy, and Hillary. Okay. So anyway, I can't even remember what I was saying. Just don't remember what I was saying.
Talking about earning the cruise.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So we were talking about how, Color Street recommends that you sell a minimum of $300 in nails. So that was kind of what I pushed for at the beginning. And then my average kept going up and up and up. But then when Color Street announced the cruise, I'm very, very driven by fun. Like, I have major FOMO. I hate missing out on anything fun. And so I was like, I'm going on that cruise. And so I broke it down into months. And I was like, hey, well, that means I have to sell an average of $1,000 in nails, which my average was getting up there. But now that I've done it consistently for, 5 to 6 months, it's been like, oh, ain't no thing, right? Once you push yourself past, once you break that glass ceiling, you push yourself past that, it's like, well, that's not a big deal. Now let's push ourselves further. So does anyone have any stories or anything they want to share regarding like what he said about, the minimum and the maximum, or stretching yourself out of your comfort zone?
I was in a meeting with Kristen Keller, and she was talking about living 80% outside of your comfort zone. And that seems pretty scary. So, if you can try and live that, try and live 80%. And if you get half of that, then, you've accomplished something. And to add to that, I think nobody knows but you if you're outside of your comfort zone.
True.
And so, we have these fears of what people think of us, or am I doing it right? Or I am a shy person. Those kinds of things, most people don't know those things about you. And so if you go online, or if you go do a party or whatever, or even just talk to the cashier at the check stand, they don't know that you're uncomfortable.
That is so true.
And so, living at least a little bit outside of your comfort zone is how we grow and how we learn. If we're not, then we're stagnant. So always pushing yourself to even be just a little bit outside of your comfort zone is how you grow.
Amen to that, girl. And it's funny, I was so I just started this whole 21 Days to Confident free workshop that I'm just doing. And I did it 2 years ago. I did it 2 years ago for free. And I went back and watched that video that I had done. And it is hilarious to watch that live video, because I was not, I hadn't gone live very often. And so I was like nervous. You could hear I was like shaking. I was like slow in what I was saying. I wasn't very enthusiastic. I was nervous, and it's just, I was like, oh my gosh, like I've come a long way, because I have practiced and pushed myself out of my comfort zone, and I've gone live a lot more now since, 2 years later. And so it was just fun to see like that progress, because we don't always see our progress, and just see that like, oh, now going live is not as scary as it used to be. So now our comfort zones kind of move too. So now it's like, okay, because I used to, and not to say that it's like completely comfortable to go live. I still have to be like, okay, let's do it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and kind of dare myself to be brave to do it. But it's a lot easier than it used to be, and I'm a little more comfortable doing it. And so it does get easier. And then you have to stretch yourself and be like, okay, well, now that I'm a little more comfortable like going live, maybe your goal is to go live once a week. That was my goal, was to go live once a week. And then I started, and now my goal is to like go live twice a week. You know what I mean? You just continue to push yourself just a little bit more. And Jody just wrote, Josh's recommendation to make your monthly average your weekly goal forces you to be creative and focused. Yes. So I loved that. So his way of saying, create a sense of urgency. His way of telling you to create a sense of urgency was to basically do what is in the 10X rule. I don't know if any of you guys have read Grant Cardone's book, The 10X Rule, or listen, even better, listen to it. Stacy's shaking her head. I think she has. It's a good one, right? And he, you have to listen to him. That man is motivating. I'm telling you, you listen to him and you're like, let's do this, take over the world. And so he basically tells you to take like what your goal is and you multiply it by 10, So yeah, like what Josh said, he said, well, let's say your goal is to sell $300 in nails per month. What if you made that your goal per week? Then you have much more of a sense of urgency of like, oh crap, now I've really got to step up my game, because when you start to get comfortable, then that's when you stop growing. Like, if it doesn't challenge you, it doesn't change you. So you really do. I love what you said, Hillary, about living 80% out of your comfort zone. If you're doing that, you're going to do some amazing things in your life, for sure. Any thoughts on all of this? I want to hear from more of you. Stacy, what were your thoughts on the 10X rule and how it compares to what Josh has said?
Good question. I got to get to a quiet spot. Sorry, still at work. Basically, Josh lives by that 10X rule, and he pushes you to incredible, new levels, So if you want to make friends with 10 people on Facebook, push it, do 20. You want to sell 10 nail sets per day, push it, do 20. Do double the amount, always, at a bare minimum. And it's amazing to me how just that little tweaking of something small like that explodes. I had done this thing with Instagram, and I average about, honestly, I make over 100 friends a day, and I actually have over 75 people follow me on Instagram because I push myself and I make it happen. And you have to just put yourself out there, get out of that comfort zone, because nobody knows that you're uncomfortable. Nobody does, except for you. So just make it happen. And really, at the end of the day, does it really matter? They're not going to remember what you did 2 days ago. They just remember that you impacted their lives.
Yeah, so true.
So it's pretty simple.
So tell us how you got all those friends and followers.
Basically, I use hashtags. So pick out a group of hashtags. If you like 5 different hashtags, pick out 10 different ones and go and follow those. And then just start requesting. Make a few comments on people's posts. You'll be surprised as to how much they comment back.
Yeah, oh, for sure, for sure.
Yeah.
I love it. And
and then just also, too, I make it a rule, and I actually message about 40 people a day on Instagram. And I just say, hey, my name is, Stacy. I do this, this, and this. I'd like to get to know you better. Let's talk. I see that you're into blah, blah, blah. I mean, you can create any kind of message you want, really, and it can be 2 seconds. You can say, hey, thanks for following me on Instagram. Love to chat, get to know you better. Very simple.
Love that. Love that. Yeah, but you're pushing that number higher than what you're...
Yes, every day.
I love it. Okay.
And it scares me. It scares me.
I know, right? It does. It's not like it doesn't scare us. I mean, there's Josh has pushed.
But then you're not growing if it doesn't scare you. So
yeah, totally. And Josh has pushed me to do some things that I'm like, I hate this. I don't want to do this. He said his hashtag, let's puke together, because usually you're like dry heaving in your mouth because you're like, I don't want to do this. This is scary.
Yep.
But then you fake it till you make it. You feel it till you nail it. Right? And he said, I think he said something. I was getting my lashes done, so I couldn't write down any notes, but I'm pretty sure he said something about you should be failing every day. Does anyone remember him saying that in the podcast? He said something. I was like, boom. Yeah, you should. Like, that's what it's all about. You make a whole bunch of mistakes, and then you tweak them and you get better and better and better. And so I just liked that he was like,
always go for the no. It's so, so important. Go for that no, because it helps you grow even more every day.
Yeah, totally. Because then you learn how to deal with it, and you learn not to take it personally. I think that's the thing that a lot of female business owners do, because we are emotional, and we're like, oh, it's because they don't like me. And it's like, no, maybe they can't afford it. Maybe they're too busy. Maybe, you know what I mean? Rarely has anything to do with you. Anyone else want to share some thoughts? Some of their favorite takeaways. We only have about 7 minutes. Keep voting. I still can't tell who the winner is, so I need you guys to tell me. Okay. I'm seeing a lot of votes for one particular person, but I just want to make sure everyone has voted. Any thoughts about, or what were some of your favorite takeaways? What were some moments where you're like, oh, dang, that was the gut check. Like, I needed to hear that.
I need for all my girls to listen to this because when he talks about urgency demands ownership, I have so many girls who are just spinning their wheels, asking all the questions instead of just figuring it out and making it happen. So I'm going to really push everyone to listen.
Yeah. Did you not love, okay, again, he's so visual. I loved the visual of the house burning. Anyone else love that?
Yep.
Does anyone do you want to retell it, Lindy? Because you have the cutest little voice.
Let's see. The analogy of if you leave your house and your family's at home, and when you're headed out of your neighborhood, I don't know if I'm telling this right because I'm always distracted when I'm listening to podcasts, but if you see smoke billowing from your neighborhood and as you get closer, it's at your street, and then you determine it's from your house, are you going to sit knowing your family's inside and call the locksmith to let you in your house, or are you going to knock the door in and save your family? And he just compared that to the sense of urgency making you take ownership that you're going to get in there and figure things out rather than hopping into your team group and asking questions and having somebody else do the work for you.
Yeah.
Was that it?
That was it. And then he also said, but if you don't have that sense of urgency, if the house isn't on fire and you're locked out, then he said you would just call the locksmith and then go sit on your phone.
Sit in your car on your phone. Yeah.
Sit in your car on your phone. And then,
I know he's stepping on toes with that because how often do we say we're working when we're scrolling through Facebook? I'm much better about that, but it has been something that I've been guilty of in the past. Thinking I'm working.
Yeah, you have to be very intentional with your time on Facebook.
Yeah.
Or you can get sucked in super fast. Which is why I have to work from a little Post-it note because otherwise I'm like, la 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 on Facebook, and then I'm like, wait, what? Oh, here's my list. I gotta focus on this list. But I liked how he said when you create a sense of urgency, then you get creative and you focus and you find a way. And then he said, but some of you, he said, the house is on fire and you're sitting in your car on your phone and you're pretending to work and you're wasting time. And he said, and you're calling it work. And then he said, and you want to help your family, you want to break through the glass ceiling, you want to break through and reach your goals, but you're just sitting there and not making it happen. You're not getting out of your comfort zone. You're not pushing yourself because there's no sense of urgency. And so that's his solution was the 10X rule of saying, okay, I'm going to sell $300 a week instead of a month. Or if your average is 1,000, then they'll sell 1,000 a week instead of 1,000 a month or whatever. Whatever that goal is, 10Xing it or making it. I loved how he said, making your goal be, he said he sets weekly goals. I really liked that because then you kind of have to look at your week and say, okay, did I do that goal by the end of the week? I know that's not mind-blowing, but it kind of impacted me. Did that resonate with anyone else? So I was like, yeah, you do, I think if you do kind of create, because I like that a week is, longer than a day, but shorter than a month. And so it still gives you a deadline to reach your goal, reach a goal that can lead toward a bigger goal. You know what I mean? Does that resonate with anyone else? Anyone else love that analogy? We're running out of time, but yeah, what were some of your favorite takeaways? Or I guess, what did this make you want to do better? Is there anything that you were like, you know what, I'm going to do XYZ because I listened to this?
I like that he said success is our moral obligation and that he called people out for being selfish if they weren't giving their best.
Oh, me too, girl. In fact, I'm glad that you mentioned this because I think this is a perfect thing to end on. He said, success is our moral obligation. He said, because some people don't have a strong enough why, you know, because they're comfortable. Their house is not on fire. Like, they're good, you know? And he said, maybe you're comfortable, and he's like, and you don't really need that help for your family. And he's like, but you could impact others. And he said, like, I believe that everyone was put on this earth to share their gifts with others and help others. And he said, so, you know, if you don't need to like save your family from that fire, there are lots of other families in the fire, like in the fire, that you could be helping with, you know, your Color Street income or whatever. And so I do believe that, you know, once you're able to kind of like help yourself and your family, you come to a place where you're like, now I want to help others. And it just has a ripple effect. So I loved that. And so I'm glad you mentioned that, Lindy. I think that's the perfect thing to end on. So with that being said, I noticed that, let's see, I'm trying to see who got the most votes. There's 1 for Hillary, 2 for Hillary. I hope it doesn't end. It looks, and then 1 for, let's see, and then 1 for Stacy, 2 for Stacy. Shasheen had 1. Stacy had 3, 4. I think Stacy won, guys. I think Stacy won. Make sure you voted. Congratulations, Stacy. You got this jacket. You guys, thanks for participating in our 2nd annual Ugly Sweater Party. Thanks to those of you that wore ugly sweaters. You're fabulous. I love you. And for participating in our personal development podcast discussion. So hope you guys have an awesome week and month and a Merry Christmas. And thanks for